Hello and welcome to the Drought&Proud podcast. I'm Chris.
Hey,
Okay, so, what makes your life worth living?
well, I gotta say there are a couple of things in my life that make me happy.
Mm-hmm.
I have the people in my life.
Yeah.
I love all of you guys. You're good people. Except for you, Frank.
Fuck, you know what you did, Frank.
Yeah, you piece of crap. But other than Frank, yeah, I love the people in my life. I love food. And I think I love Netflix.
Okay, so going out on a limb and saying that this podcast is going to be about Netflix, is that right?
But, Chris, I wanted to talk about my people in my life and how much I love them and care about
Nick,
them.
this is about Netflix. No one cares about the people you love.
Damn it, that's so true.
Alright, so talking about Netflix, let's go. Nick, what would you say is a good movie on Netflix? Not specifically Netflix movies, but, just like good things on Netflix.
Good things on Netflix? Me, whenever I'm using it.
Man.
Ooh, I know, I'm
It's
fresh.
so stupid.
Shut up. I think one of my favorite things is probably Bob Ross.
Ooh.
I love turning on Bob Ross late at night and just laying back and just letting him soothe me to sleep.
Much people would say that this is the original ASMR.
Honestly, yeah. Bob Ross's voice is ASMR to the definition.
Mm-hmm.
It's so sweet and he's so happy and you're just like, yeah,
So
dude.
calm. You're just lying down. You're just like, what's Bob Ross saying? Oh, it's okay. It's just calming.
Exactly. Happy little trees, guys. If you guys have not seen Bob Ross's show, I would very much suggest going on Netflix and looking up Beauty is Everywhere with Bob Ross.
Not the chill with Bob Ross
not the chill
one.
with Bob Ross. That's like a Christmas theme, and it's not Bob Ross every
It's
episode.
It's weird.
Yeah, the Beauty is Everywhere is much better. He's a goofy-looking guy with a permed hair and a beard, so keep an eye out for Bob Ross on your Netflix.
Love it when he hits the thing with his paintbrush.
Oh, yes! Oh, you guys, I don't know if you've seen it, but every time he cleans off his paintbrush, he hits his stand for his canvas, and it makes this noise. It's like...
It does not make that noise.
Not that noise. Here,
It makes a different noise.
I was going to hit the mic, but I don't think that would sound nice, so never mind. But it's a beautiful noise.
Maybe I'll get a thing, put it in here.
We wash our brushes with odorless thinner, shake them off, and just beat the devil out of them. And that's where you take all your hostilities and frustrations, and it's a lot of fun.
Yeah. What about you, Chris? What would you say is a really good show on Netflix?
I really like
TV?
watching Cupcake Wars.
I hate you.
It's just so funny to see like a reality TV show where people are freaking out so much about cupcakes. They'll be like 30 minutes. Have your cupcakes done and on the platter, and they're all like, the cupcakes aren't even made. They're still in the oven. The frosting's not on. I'm gonna lose.
It's so dramatic over freaking cupcakes.
And the
dude.
thing is, like, I think they have like multiple editors for that show. Because every single show is different. They'll have, like, such weird cuts. It'll, like, cut here and then cut there. And then, I don't know, it's just so weird. It's funny, though. But, like, it's the definition of a bad reality TV show, but it's funny.
I mean, they have to keep it moving. Otherwise, you'd just get bored. You'd be like, oh,
Yeah, I
they're
guess.
baking cupcakes.
They have a lot of sound effects in that show, too. It's like symbols everywhere.
They add sound effects?
Yeah, just short little reality TV sound effects,
I don't watch reality TV shows, so I honestly don't know.
Symbols, like a lot of that. That kind of stuff.
Okay. What about that show? Man, what's the one everybody's talking about? Narcos. Have you seen that one? It's about Pablo Escobar?
I saw most of the first season, and it's pretty good. And I know the second season just came out a little bit ago. But hey,
I don't know. I had heard there was a lot of complaints from
have you seen it?
I haven't seen it, but I've heard that there have been a lot of complaints from Colombian people who feel like... No, I'm serious. Because they feel like it was kind of like making the life of drugs and ruining an entire country. They kind of made it look good, and so a lot of Colombian people had an issue with it because it kind of made it look like Pablo Escobar was a good guy, even though he kind of ruined the country of Colombia.
I like how they represent the time with the show.
Mm-hmm.
1979 area...
Yeah.
Oh, it goes all over the place, though, I guess.
Yeah, 1970s, 1980s.
It's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. I also like the show Freaks and Geeks. If anyone has, it's such a good show. If you haven't seen it, I'd highly recommend that. It's about high school and being insecure and all that kind of stuff. It's so good.
Yeah, Chris and some of our other friends really like that show. It wasn't really my deal, though. I don't know.
The thing is, like, it was such... It's like, it was a good show at the time. It did okay. But then it got canceled after the first season because I think they lost funding or something like that. But now there's like a whole entire like fandom behind it, and they're all like, "We need a second season," but like the actors are too old. It has Seth Rogen in it, and who else does that have? James Franco, other famous people, but Seth Rogen and James Franco are both in it, and it's funny. It's also kind of not funny sometimes, it gets serious. It's pretty good though.
To kind of move on to Netflix movies and shows that are actually made by, Netflix. The one that I watched recently that I thought was really good was boop boop boop. Forgetting the name. Barry. There you go. It was about President Barack Obama's life in college.
Yeah?
And like trying to fit in being biracial.
That's a show or movie?
It's a movie. It's a little under 2 hours long, but it's pretty good. Like, I really enjoyed it. I think it kind of gives you a light into his life, but at the same time, it also kind of really highlights some of the problems just with the differences in race within our country. So, I mean, if you guys are looking for something to watch, I definitely recommend Barry, unless you're like a random, extremely conservative person who isn't open to things that are not that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, if we're on the topic of Netflix-produced shows and movies, everyone knows about The Orange is the New Black, but I wouldn't say that that's like a great show. I feel like it lost something in the newest season that they released.
Mm-hmm.
I really don't like that they took the focus off the main character, and like the fourth season, it's just kind of like, oh, bless you, Nick. I don't know if you heard that, but Nick just sneezed. I don't know. It's okay. I wouldn't. I'm not watching it anymore. It's not my deal.
I feel like it really started off with a lot of momentum.
Mm-hmm.
I'll admit I watched about the first maybe 2 seasons, and I was really into it for a while. But at some point, I guess I kind of felt like it lost that certain thing.
Yeah.
Kind of like it's kind of like when you're watching Arrow or any of the DC TV shows.
Arrow's so bad.
Like, I mean, don't get me wrong. I love comic books and I love DC, but after watching DC shows for a while, like I can't really get into them.
I just don't understand how people look at it and they're just like, this is a great show.
Yeah,
people come up to me, they're all like Arrow, and I don't know. I haven't seen Flash, but I just don't like Arrow so much that I cannot watch any others.
I don't really want to judge the Flash, but watching Arrow, I'm kind of like, I get really fed up with it really fast.
Hey,
it could be better.
It's not horrible. There's an actor in The Orange is the New Black that I think is like Piper's brother, and he appears on Easy, which is a pretty good Netflix produced show. Actually, I'll take that back real quick. Not good.
Jesus, Chris, you're so flippy floppy, dude.
The first episode was great. I loved the first episode of Easy so much. Second episode was good. Everything else after that, I was just kind of like, I don't really need this,
Mm-hmm.
That could just be my opinion, but Easy was not my favorite show.
Hey, so have you ever noticed that Netflix recently has been making a few comedy movies, but like using the main actors from Billy Madison Productions? Like, they've made movies with Adam Sandler.
Mm-hmm.
They've made movies with Kevin James. And they also made movies with Joe Dirt.
Joe Dirt?
I can't remember his name. He's the actor in Joe Dirt. He's white. He's got blonde hair.
That one guy?
Yeah, dude, that one guy, yeah.
Okay, let's just go.
But they've been using a lot of those actors from Billy Madison Productions, and they've made good movies with Adam Sandler. Like, they made this movie called The Cobbler, and I mean, yeah, the idea behind it wasn't exactly a
was
great
that a
idea.
Netflix one?
Yeah, it was a Netflix movie. But
all right.
I really enjoyed it, and it got kind of mixed reviews. But for me personally, I was like, that was a quality movie.
I heard The Ridiculous Six was also very good.
You like The Ridiculous
No,
Six?
I didn't watch it. I just heard it.
With The Ridiculous Six, I heard a lot of it was just ridiculous, but I guess that's kind of the point. But if I could say anything about The Cobbler, I would just say that it was not creative with the cutting or the editing or anything, but just like story-wise, like it got you into the story, and then by the end you were like, yeah, that was pretty good.
Yep. And then there's True Memories of an International Assassin.
It's actually pronounced assassin.
Oh, okay. I didn't like that movie. Nick and I both.
Oh my god.
Nick and I both tried to watch that one time, and we got halfway through the movie. That movie is so long. First of all.
Okay, no, the movie's like an hour and 38 minutes.
No, it's like 3 hours long.
Okay, but it feels like 3 hours.
No, it's an hour and 30 minutes.
It's an hour and 38 minutes.
We did not last, dude, halfway through the movie.
We didn't even get an hour into the movie before.
I don't know if it was just like the directing or the writing. It was all moving so fast, and it was just like, what's going on?
Yeah, I would say the pacing was kind of ridiculous. But and don't get me wrong, I can keep up with the fast pace, because it's an action movie. But at the same time, it was just like, I don't know. The joke got old really fast.
Yeah. It goes back and forth between like his book and then like his mind in the beginning, and then it's like it becomes reality, and then you're just like, I don't really care anymore, and then it's just like, yeah, okay. What about other like underrated movies that you would say?
I would say they have a really good section for independent movies. Definitely. And they have a lot of just movies with people that I like, right?
Mm-hmm.
Mostly, God, I'm horrible at thinking of names like in the second. But they made this movie with Paul Rudd called The Fundamentals of Caring. And it's kind of like a copycat of You Before Me.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you've seen that movie at all, but it's about a guy who's like in a wheelchair, but then like the person comes to like care for him, and like they fall in love or whatever. That thing happens. But it's kind of like that, except for it's a teenage boy who's in the wheelchair, and Paul Rudd's trying to make him enjoy life a little bit and get out of his comfort zone, and he gives him
a credit card.
Not a credit card, Chris. What do you mean, irresponsible? Paul Rudd's the definition of responsibility. No, he gives him a Slim Jim.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because Slim Jims are like the perfect road trip movie food. But Selena Gomez is in it. It's pretty good. I liked it a lot. It wasn't good. Like, it wasn't great. But I liked it.
I don't think my movie was as unrecognized as the other one. But I know the movie Dope is on Netflix. And the movie Dope is just a really good movie. Because, like, I don't know. It's about this kid that wants to go to college, but he lives in the ghetto, so ghetto things happen to him, and he's like, oh no, but he makes the best of his situation,
Mm-hmm.
And I'm just like, it just flows so good, like when you're watching it, you just think that everything is happening, and you just understand everything that's happening. So I'm just like, this is cool. Like, first time I watched it, I was like, this is such a good movie, so I'd recommend that.
Yeah, I feel like the movie doesn't get just enough credit for what it is, really.
It's nothing particularly special, but it's nice, like the story doesn't mix anything up too much. It's just like a good movie to watch.
Yeah, I mean, and it makes you feel kind of good, and it makes you feel like, yeah, he did it. What a great guy.
Yeah.
I don't know, but another problem that I've noticed with Netflix is that, or not really recently, because recently they've been getting a lot of good movies and stuff, but when it was kind of a newer thing, I remember just seeing how many shitty movies they had, because I feel like in order to get more people to come, they had to advertise, like, oh, we've got thousands of movies, but like they didn't have the budget to get a bunch of good movies.
They didn't have that many good movies.
So they just got like a bunch of shitty movies first, and
now they're getting the newer movies on here. I heard the Minions movies on there.
Oh wow, the Minions movie?
The best movie of all time.
Damn boy, it sounds so quality. You know me, I love the Minions.
I hate Illumination Pictures for just like milking the Minions so much. They made Despicable Me, Despicable Me 2. They made a Minions movie, and now they're making Despicable Me 3. So I'm just kind of like,
they're making a third Despicable Me.
Yeah, it's gonna be so bad. It has all the same thing. It's like Gru and like his sort of thing, and now he's a good guy. But now it's just kind of like, why? Nobody wants to see this. I guess I still have a crowd that's like willing to go and see it, but like I don't want to see it. Illuminations Pictures is not helping me out right now.
I really don't want to watch that movie.
The thing is, like, Despicable Me was good, like the first one.
Yeah.
And then the second one was kind of bad. It was kind of really bad. And then they made, what else did they make? They made all the Dr. Seuss movies and stuff like that. Like,
Illumination did?
Yeah. Illumination Pictures made the Horton Hears a Who movie. Not all of them, just that one. And they also made... What else did they make? They made the Minions movie, which is bad, and then they had Pets, which I don't think was good.
Oh, you mean The Secret Life of Pets?
Yeah. And now they're making Despicable Me 3, and I'm just kind of like, I like Despicable Me. That's a good movie. But I don't think it's gonna be good. Just, they're not trying, is what I'm saying. It's like they have such lazy animation, they have such lazy things going on in their show, movies. You know what I meant. And it's just like, come on, you just gotta like stop with the dumb fart jokes. Like one's okay, but like 100, nah, I'm okay. I'll leave.
I mean, Chris, you gotta keep in mind that it is kind of for kids.
Yeah, and kids don't care, and that's the shame in it. That kids don't care, and they don't care, so they're just making big movies that people are gonna see and think are cute.
I mean, that's kind of what you do when you make movies, though, because I mean, it is a business. You got to keep in mind to do what's going to make the most money.
Yeah, I know. It's just you can make something that's good and make money.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say.
A movie that Chris and I recently watched that we thought was really good was it was this R-rated movie called Black Snake Moan.
Came out in 2007, I heard.
Yeah, 2007, and it's got Samuel L. Jackson in it. So I don't know, any of you guys who like him as an actor, I think you might enjoy it. But it tackles some pretty tough things. It's about this girl who's a nymphomaniac, and then Samuel L. Jackson tries to help her, with her problems and whatnot. And it's definitely a good story. It's not for the faint of heart, but I enjoy it. I thought it was good, although there were a few scenes. But,
I think the beginning was kind of like frustrating, especially when we were watching it. I was like, what is this movie trying to do with this? But like, just keep on watching, because it gets better.
Yeah. I would say it's definitely one of Samuel L. Jackson's best. I mean, it's just like any other Samuel L. Jackson movie where he's loud and he says motherfucker a lot. But it's good. I enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, what was the other one that we had watched? It was yesterday. It was called Uncle Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We decided to watch this movie called Uncle Nick because Chris was going through Netflix and he was like, "Hey Nick, it's you!" And then
I played it and I was like, "This is probably going to be a funny, kooky, crazy movie," but it wasn't funny, kooky, crazy. It was
it's kind of depressing.
Yeah, it was very much like Louie. There was a fat ginger guy. I can't say stuff. He was in there, and he was just kind of like, like gave off that Louis vibe throughout the entire movie. So if you like Louis C.K.'s show, like that's the kind of style that it, reminds me of. There are a lot of things going on in there where it's like, this is happening, then this is happening. Does some stuff with his niece. That's crazy. So,
yeah.
But it's good. We personally thought. Go back to Stitches. Stitches was terrible.
Stitches? What do you mean Stitches? What's Stitches, Chris?
Stitches is a movie about a clown. It's like a English UK movie or whatever.
A UK you mean an English film, Chris?
Yeah, that's what it is.
Film?
It's about a clown. No. It's about a clown that comes back from the dead, and he kills people because why not? We have money, we're going to make a movie. Doesn't need a plot? No, we'll just make it very gory and just put a clown in there. There's a part where the clown rips off someone's balls. Yeah, and he ties it to a balloon. And I'm just like, this isn't funny. It's not. It didn't make sense. Why did this happen? Like, that's a terrible movie. If you ever want to watch a bad movie that's really gory, watch Stitches, I guess.
I mean, yeah, but I feel like it would be good if you were like high on methadone and just like hanging out with some of your stoner buddies in the garage of your mom's basement,
It's really specific.
I mean, yeah, but hey, it's still a community that probably likes the movie.
But what's a good movie?
What?
They got this movie on there called I don't know if I should talk about Bernie or Creep.
Hey man, whichever one you feel is right.
I think Creep's a good movie because I don't know, pacing. It's like a handheld horror movie kind of thing. So very cheap to make, but for what it is, like, it tells a really good story. It's a story about this guy with a camera and this other guy who hired the guy with the camera, and you're just like, wow, these are regular guys, but they're not regular guys.
What type of guy are they?
The guy who hired the guy with the camera, he's crazy, and he stalks him, and it deals with that topic, I don't know, pretty well, because it's talking about a stalker and like how scary that could be. And like they have suspense moments and stuff like that, and there are a couple jump scares throughout the movie. It actually made my friend drop her pizza once when Loretta was here. She was watching it with me for the first time. She dropped her pizza right out of her hand.
Dude, right out of her hand?
Yeah. She's like, scared it, dropped it, and that was the end of her pizza's life.
Wait, what? She just dropped it?
Yes. She got scared.
Stupid.
She's not stupid.
I'm just kidding. Come on.
I'm gonna
it's a
tell
joke.
Loretta you said that.
Shut up. Don't drop names. But
don't drop names. She was here. She knows.
To mention earlier the guy whose name I couldn't remember. His name is David Spade. He's one of Adam Sandler's friends. He was in The Do-Over, which wasn't a horrible movie, but it wasn't exactly good.
It was eh.
Yeah, I mean, I don't regret watching it, because I was like, alright, but it didn't have much of a, I don't know, it was heartwarming at the end.
They have really big flips in those movies that they have on Netflix, like, whoa, this isn't reality, and then it all of a sudden is reality, and then you're just kind of like, oh, okay.
Well, I mean, yeah, because that's how you make a good movie when you have a budget that's not amazing, but isn't exactly ridiculous either.
How long have we been talking about Netflix?
I mean, for a while, but Netflix has a lot of stuff on it, so I don't have a problem with Netflix.
Hey,
if we can talk about one more thing, Chris.
Okay.
I want to talk about this movie called Circle.
Yes.
Now,
such a good movie.
This is a movie that Chris had suggested while we were at a friend's house, and it was rated low, and it looked kind of dumb, and nobody really wanted to watch it.
We watched it.
That's a lie. Everybody wanted to watch it but me, because I thought it looked dumb. But we watched this movie, and it was actually pretty good. And I mean, it tackled a pretty hard subject. We're not really gonna go too far into the storyline of it.
But the thing is, like, it's interesting because we're watching it, and it all happens in one place. And it shows a whole bunch of people, and they're in a circle, and like decisions need to be made. It's best if you watch it just for yourself, because if we talk about it, we'll spoil it, like, completely. It's definitely one of those movies that you can only watch once and get, like, an oh my gosh effect, But it's so good. Highly recommend it.
Yeah. It's definitely good. It's enjoyable the first time. It starts off a little slow, but it kind of feels like the type of movie... It's obviously very low budget, other than the actors. But, it feels like the type of movie that, I don't know, maybe an up-and-coming person made. And I hope whoever made it is successful now, because it's definitely pretty good. Oh, no, probably not. The guy's name is Aaron Han and Mario Moscone. Mischione? Those aren't famous people names.
I don't know. But it was good. And that's a good place to say goodbye. Hope you guys liked hearing us talk about Netflix for such a long time. In
conclusion, there's a lot of good stuff on Netflix. And Netflix is kind of like chat roulette, all right? There's a few good things, but you just got to dig through all the dicks and all the shit. It's just horrible.
Oh, okay.
But I believe in you. You'll find some good stuff.
Hey, if you have Netflix suggestions, leave them in the comments, because I want to watch your movies, too.
Yeah, and I just suggest you start with something other than reality TV show.
Let's watch Cupcake Wars now, Nick.
Yay, Cupcake Wars! Kill me, please!
Bye!
Alright, bye, guys. Have a good day. Weekend. Anything.
I love you.
Ew,
not
gross.
like that. Stop!
Yes!
Nick!